Good day everyone, Brad here with a new mock alternate build design. This one is huge, and it is my first one from the Super Star Destroyer, the new MIDI scale one that came out. This is the Supremacy from The Last Jedi. I did not like that movie at all, but I thought this was a really cool ship. So let's take a closer look at some of the details. And here we are with Lego set 75356. Feels weird to say a different last two numbers there, because I made so many with the Millennium Falcon, but this is again my first one with the Super Star Destroyer, and I have many more planned for this set. So as usual, I will have in the link down below my rebrickable page, which is where you can get the instructions for this and all of my other alternate builds. Now this Supremacy is huge, and this is where I'd like to show you kind of a side-by-side comparison with some of the other MIDI scale ships. However, I only have one Millennium Falcon set and one Invisible Hand, which are currently in pieces because I'm making some new alt builds with those, so take your guesses on what they are. Now for this stand here on the Supremacy, it is actually the exact same stand as the Super Star Destroyer. So that's pretty straightforward, no changes there. But as you can see with the ship, I really wanted to get the scale right. And one of the ways I did that was by adding these two little Star Destroyers. And they are smaller than the ones here, because the ship is actually bigger than a Super Star Destroyer. And I actually brought up a picture here. Sorry if the glare kind of gets in the way. This is a back view of the Supremacy. And there we go with the Star Destroyers. And actually, while I have this image up, it's a good point to kind of compare the engines. So I wanted to match that up as best I could because I think it looks really cool from the back angle where you can see all of the engines going along. And then the part with the most detail is here up in the front, kind of where the, you could almost say, city section would be. Lots of that, and then a little bridge portion in the back. One thing I did want to answer, because as I was building this, I was getting questions about, is it sturdy? It actually is surprisingly sturdy. You could pick it up from one end here and even wiggle it around, and it's still intact. Because there's about 5 or 6 layers going on here. And if I show you underneath, nothing too crazy. I wasn't quite able to cover up the tan pieces here, so those are exposed. If you'd like to cover them, you could always add a few additional bricks. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this look at the Supremacy from the not so great Last Jedi. Alright, that is it for now on this giant build. Again, I will have instructions available in the link down below if you would like to check this out or any of my other alternate builds. Lately been a lot of MIDI scale ships, and I plan on making a few more from this set. I would like to do a Star Destroyer from the new trilogy, the First Order Star Destroyer, because that has a lot of these curved pieces, or wedge pieces, which this has a lot of. There was a few others I wanted to try. I'll have to go back and look at my list. I make a list of these things, of what types of ships I'd like to make from which set. So the lists are pretty long at the moment, and I'll keep working on them, so stay tuned for more builds. So that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.